Hey, welcome back to Skyward Sword. This is a boss fight battle with Tantalus here in the sand ship. This is one of the more creative bosses in the game. And as you see, Tantalus, as the name implies, tentacles, blah blah blah. This boss fight starts off very different than most Legend of Zelda fights, as we're not actually fighting the guy, we are running through the ship. What we need to do is work our way to the top of the ship to escape because Tantalus is destroying this thing. So as you can see, Skyward Strikes will take out the tentacles that block our path. It's the best way to take these guys out. And oh, barrels. Yeah, barrels will roll at you. So we got that to avoid, and the room begins to flood. As you work your way through, waters will rise, so you gotta be fairly quick. And okay, this part is awesome. I'm kind of curious on why Tantalus was like waiting for us to open the boss room before attacking. I'm not sure if he was like meant to be like, was he sent by Girahim, or is he just kind of like hanging out like, oh, this boat looks like it's been chilling out here way too long. Come on, what is this deal? Alright, so Tantalus is a weird creature with no real purpose, and it doesn't make no sense. So, alright, we're almost at the top now. More floodwaters. I don't think they'll actually come up on you if you're too slow. I mean, I wasn't ever waiting around to find out, but I don't think it will. Anyways, once you get to the top here, you just go ahead and exit, and you'll be in the main part of this boss fight. Okay, so same idea as kind of down there. You have a bunch of tentacles, and you need to do Skyward Strikes on them to take them out. There's other, you can also shoot them with arrows and other methods of attack. Skyward Strikes are the most effective though, and as you see, this is quite a gigantic monster with a big eye, which is obviously his weak point. The Bizzle, Leviathan, Tantalus. So, alright, he's going to make an appearance just to dive right back down. The main part of this boss fight. Report, Master. Sure. I guess you're gonna pop up. How do you know that? Alright, so she's again saying just use a Skyward Strike. So, alright. You will notice that the ground starts to pop up and the wood starts cracking, and when that happens you need to get away because that will cause, if you stand on it, you'll take some damage and go flying back a bit. So if you are standing on a spot where he's trying to come up at, just be careful. Now this part is really easy. The hardest part is honestly just getting the Skyward Strike to aim the way it should. You have to hit it like horizontally for the most part to actually slice the tentacle in half, otherwise it just goes at him and doesn't do any damage like that. So that's really the hardest part. Overall, it's not all that difficult. I suggest I like to do like the diagonal slices. I'll cut it from bottom left up right, vice versa. That seems to be the best method for me, but whatever floats your boat. Come on. That's trying to knock me off the boat. You can actually jump off the ship, but why would you? It's just going to make you come back up. So there's no running from this guy. If you were really smart, I suppose you could just hop on your little skipper boat and fly away. Try and outrun this thing. But I guess the flame is somewhere in here that we need to get to. I don't know where the flame was supposed to be in this boat comparatively. See, this is taking way too long because these slices are not doing damage to, because I can't get it to aim the right way. I think my Wiimote was kind of off a little bit here, but I do get the hang of this here momentarily, so don't you worry. You see, I mean, I haven't even taken damage yet from this, so it's not like it's hard. It's just repetitive, and the hardest part is just getting to aim the right way one of these days. Oh, there we go. Got one. Oh, I'm on a spree now. Alright, that looks like that should do it. Now when you take out a bunch of them, as Fi said, Tantalus will appear, and when that happens, just pull out your bow and arrow and shoot him in the eye. I mean, he's going to emerge. Come on. And when you hit him in the eye, he will get stunned, and you can run up and slash him. What I actually like to do is I just shoot through the tentacles. I mean, if you run up, you're going to have to take some of those out to get to his eye, but I just shoot through. For most of this boss fight, I will be using my bow and arrow, and when you run out of arrows, you will get some when you take out some of the tentacles, so don't worry about that. Guess look like we could go up there, which we will later on, but not right this moment. Alright, come on. And as you have to do this 2 to 3 times, I believe, depending on how many hits you get off on them and how powerful the attacks are. But it gets a little bit faster every time you do it. But against the same process, God, just destroy the thing already. No matter how I swing this, it doesn't want to go. Alright, there we go. I see he dropped some arrows, so that's awesome sauce. I'm trying to bring back awesome sauce, so leave me some comments if you like awesome sauce. Man. Oh, okay, here we go. If they grab you, you can shake free. It'll do a little bit of damage. It's not all that bad. And I'm not positive, but it actually might not do damage at all if you do it well enough. Yeah, I mean, I didn't take any damage there. But if you don't struggle, then you will take damage. So, just break free. This game was supposed to be harder, but stuff like that in the past, that would have hurt you. I mean, the, what is it, Morphin from the Water Temple? He grabs onto you. No matter how much you struggle there, he's gonna choke the life out of you and throw you into spikes. And this one, he's like, oh, just break free, you're good to go, don't worry. Being grabbed, squeezed, and then dropped down a massive amount doesn't hurt Link. So this game in a way is easier. Now, alright, that's that. So he's going to show up on this other side now. He's mixing things up, he's working his way around. So just power up an arrow. Oh, that almost hit me. So he will slam his tentacles down if you're too close. But he didn't get me there. Your best bet is just honestly just keep shooting. I mean, if you power up the arrow, it's most likely going to go through the tentacles and just hit him in the eye. More often than not, so don't worry about trying to be precise with your aiming there and trying to hit that little corner that's exposed. Most likely you'll end up hitting him. So hopefully this is the last set of times I have to do this part. Zelda games, well, Nintendo games in general, fights tend to come in threes. I'm getting the hang of this cutting off the tentacle thing, as you can see. And that was a lot quicker. Alright, so let's just do this, hopefully the last time. That hurt. So if you aren't quick enough, he will slam you again. There we go. I'm getting pretty low in health though, which sucks. Do not want to refight this guy. Alright, another 1 or 2 shots, I think. And that's the end of part 1. This fight is not over, unfortunately. I guess it's kind of good. Not just to give it a little bit more material, but whatever. Alright, now we can't go up here. I mentioned earlier that we would be, so shit. Right, barrels will come at you and they'll come at you hard. Just climb. Come on, Link. Alright. Phase 2. Almost the same as Phase 1, but without as many tentacles coming up out the ground. So this guy is getting mad. He's gonna follow you. This reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Either way, you just shoot him in the eye, and it's pretty simple. This part is even easier. So you shoot him in the eye, and then just keep shooting through. You might be able to do Skyward Strikes at that, but again, I don't see the point when you can just shoot him with an arrow. Okay, now after you do damage to him, I think again, just you have to do this 3 times. But oops. Alright, so that bottom part goes away. So let's see if I can shoot him again. Oh, he starts to send out tentacles that now bite. But actually, these tentacles are more of a blessing than anything because they drop tons of hearts, as you can see, and they do. You'll probably take some damage from them, but in the end, you're gonna gain a lot more. I mean, I had like 1.5 hearts left. I got hit from those guys, and I still came out with like 5.5. So much better. And then after that, you just like shoot him in the eye again. It's same rinse and repeat pattern here. It's this part is way easier than the last. I'm out of arrows, so I was pulling out this slingshot. I don't think it's gonna do very much. Oh, come on, guy. Also, if you feel like avoiding the tentacles, is you can jump into the water. I don't think jumping into water does damage, but if you just like keep slashing, most of the time you'll come out fine. And if you run out of arrows, they'll give you tons as well, and then they'll give you some hearts after you pick up some arrows. So yeah, I mean, I've been hit so many times here. I came out of it just a little bit lost and with full set of arrows, which will be needed for this fight. Oh, so easy peasy. Reminds me of the guy that does those infomercials. Easy peasy. You're gonna love my nuts. All that nasty stuff. Well. Okay, so that's the end of this guy. Now I'm squirm in pain a little bit, and the rest of this is cutscene. Then we're going to get ourselves a Sacred Flame and be on our way. So that's the end of the sand ship. Hope you guys have enjoyed my sand ship walkthrough. After here, we will be going to the Elden Province to get the 3rd Sacred Flame. So after that, well, we'll be doing some more stuff after that. You'll have to wait and see. So until next time, subscribe, like, comment, do your thing. Awesome sauce.
Mari, depois vá arrumar a